get knocked over with it.
You kind of want to see if you kind of help, just like the judges on the project. Sandy was there. Sandy was before. This project was completed after Sandy.
Yeah.
And one of our permitting requirements from DEC is to monitor this whole channel to see how it progresses.
Sandy really didn't turn out to be a rain event for us either. It was more of a wind event.
Right. And I'll just add to it for that project that it's expected to have an impact pretty much below like the 25 or 30-year storm. When the bridge starts to backwater, you're going to lose the velocities anyway, so you're going to get sediment deposition. But up to about that level of a storm, we could expect there to be sufficient transport to move sediment so you don't get the accumulation. But I think you've raised the question of whether or not it would, more action would be needed there after certain storms. And it'd be expected that there would be, but that hopefully we can keep it clear through that structure over the course of these smaller storms. And part of those storms that Rob identified that were where we first saw like in 2010 going down Main Street and stuff.
Yeah, because the 20-year storms are causing, and currently have caused a lot of damage on Main Street.
Sure.
And that's a concentration, a lot of commercial activity. So even though it may not be affecting the 100-year storms so much, a lot of cost comes from flooding on Main Street, and a lot of it comes from overflow of storm flow.
Sure.
In addition, just so you know, the part of the other argument with the DEC that helped win it over was the argument that, recognizing that this may fill in during a larger event and it may deposit sediments there. But until it reaches that point, having that clearance under there and that flow continuing down gives us anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes additional time to evacuate people, get people notified, get them out of their homes, and remove them. Because before, again, Phoenicia becomes islandized between Plank Road, Bridge Street, and the Main Street Bridge, and 214 Road.
Yes. So how democratic is the final decision about exactly what we're going to build? I mean, do we get together, we the town, we decide exactly which structures are going to move and which aren't? I mean, who decides that?
Well, I present this as for your consideration, and I guess I hand that question off to Rob in terms of how the town reaches consensus around this sort of thing. Sorry, Rob.
Let's hear some. So that's why I said before, if you have questions or comments following this meeting, please send them to us, and we will forward them to the engineer to see if it furthers, warrants further inspection or investigation, or whether we have a direct answer that can say this is what's going to happen. Ultimately, yeah, we'd love that there was a $100 million pot that we can just reach into and grab all this money. But know that the LFA process, again, this process provides an opening for us through CWC, provided by the DEP monies, that could be available to us for these projects. In addition to that, we also have the New York Rising program, which seems to start gaining some steam right now. We're actually going out to bid for generators from the town hall and highway department. That's a fairly easy install. And
I think it's also asked about the landowner buy-in to this.
Correct. So the landowner buy-in is going to have to, again, we've had previous landowners at meetings that say, get me out of there. Or I kind of want to stay, and what do I do? And explain about elevation, filling in the basement to help reduce those flood insurance rates. I know you're going right through the New York Rising now.
We're doing it.
And you have that, again, we've got a number of issues with flood maps where the preliminary maps are different from the new maps. And there are people that are being told you have to go to this elevation when the preliminary map says it might be quite a bit lower. But because the old map is the regulatory map, they're held to that letter of the law. So, yes.
How are we working on the sewage system?
That's a completely separate subject and not for our discussion.
Is there something in the works to maybe look at the bridge already as far as since it is in such bad condition?
Aaron, I know Rich, Aaron's with the County Office of the Environment, and he's done a lot of these reports out for us. Following Irene, they do a very detailed engineering report. And actually, we have reports from another section of Malone and McBroom, another engineer, George Kaufman, who's helping us with the main on the Bridge Street Bridge, and has noted several structural deficiencies along that bridge that should be addressed at some point. Again, if we can provide a valid scientific argument through the LFA and prove that this bridge needs to be replaced, have a community that's behind saying, give us this bigger bridge, and we have a pot of money sitting on the side to help assist in funding to get that job done, then that might entice county to start getting involved and saying, hi, we are here, we do have, quite a sum of money to help get this accomplished, to help us with our houses. So.
What program is Cuomo fixing?
New York Rising, he's still working on it.
Yeah.
He's fixing it.
Thank you, everybody.
Much wrapped up.
Presentation.
Thank you, folks. Appreciate your time. And please don't forget to submit any comments to us. We'd love to hear them. Thank you. Thank you.